Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this occasion, I would like to have a discussion and presentation about the current teaching methodology in reading. The first is the reading advantage and its difficulties. Reading activity is the best way that the students should be choose and be done to enrich their knowledge, information, news, history, latest issue, science, and etc. But for the foreign language, the first problem faced by students is the understanding of vocabulary meaning in reading text. Based on Lauver's statement, it can be concluded that readers need to recognize a large vocabulary so that the readers can get the global meaning of the text, because the reader will find the difficulties in connecting paragraph if the reading deciphering the information sentence by sentence. If we want to enlarge and enrich our knowledge or of vocabulary, then reading is the best way so be chosen by students. Students sometimes have an issue with the confidence while reading, but by intensively reading a text media or reading comprehension, our reading comprehension will be increased. The next is the way to selecting the reading text. According to Head, when the teacher is choosing text for a class, the key is on the variety. Headgear lists at least 7 different reading purposes can we use as a consideration when choosing a reading text, such as to get information, to respond to curiosity about topic, to follow instruction, for pleasure and enjoyment, to keep in touch, to know what happening in the world, and to find out when and where. Next is teaching reading practice, especially in the classroom. In pre-teaching, the teacher should stimulate the students about the material will discuss it, or text will be read to make students are able to warm up their mind before go to the main lesson. The next is while teaching. Teacher gives the text, or in current teaching, teacher can also share the material through email or internet message. And kind of activity we can conduct is to ask students to read the text and try to get the overall topic, and ask them to read out loud if they have found a topic. The last is post-teaching. Before close the material and the meeting, teachers give some advice to the students according to how fastly comprehend a text, and give students a chance to ask about discuss material and close the meeting. And the next is what beginners should know about knowledge. To master in the use of language, there are at least 4 aspects need to be mastered. Firstly, students need to have an ability to interpreting a semi-continuous stream. The second is students have to recognize word boundaries. The next is to understand the meaning of the language. And the last is students need to understand the grammatical relation between words. But it is getting harder for the second language, because they don't have a basic skill from they were child, especially in learning reading. Learning reading itself is a complex challenge, and it is getting harder if the student has less knowledge in one of all of following aspect. The first is the sentence structure or grammar and the vocabulary. The next is the discourse structure, and the last is general knowledge. And let's discussion about the current methodology in teaching reading. The first is the phonic method. This might be the most effective method to teach kids reading. Now, kids are taught alphabet first, and it is not only to know the names of alphabet, but also the voice they made. Basically, this method helps students to break words into a sound. This is essential because in English we need to translate sound into the letter combination. Because in reading we need to have an ability to translate words into voice. The next is whole word approach. The point of this method is sight reading, which means focus on students' ability to recognize a whole words. The activity can be like following example. Students are shown words such as in a flashcard. It will be better if you use flashcard with picture in encouraging students' interest. For the advanced level, we can include short sentence in a flashcard that describe the picture. That's all for my explanation for my presentation. Sorry if there are a lot of mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.